Hey everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't already. Also consider joining my Patreon page for some cool perks. I'll leave a link in the description. Yes indeed, time for another rock and read. Today we'll read Chapter 9 and Chapter 10 of Iron Man by the riffmaster Tony Iommi. Chapter 9 is called Job Hopping into Nowhere. Here we go. After leaving school, I was expected to join the workforce. The first job I got was through a friend of Dad's who owned a plumbing company. It was on a building site and I lasted no time at all. I couldn't handle it because I don't like heights. My next big career move was getting a job treadmilling, which was making those rings that have a screw on them, and if you put them around a rubber pipe and you tighten them, they close up on it. It was piecework, so you got so much for however many you did, but you cut your hands to pieces doing it. I thought, I have to play with these? So I got out of there in a hurry as well. I then got a job at this big music shop called Yardley's in the center of town. All the musicians met each other there, and the people who served them were playing away to show them how everything worked. I thought, that's what I'd be doing. This is how this guitar works, this is the sound it's got. But instead, they had me getting all the stuff out of the windows, cleaning all the drum kits, putting them back, cleaning the guitars, putting them back, and I thought, hang on, when can I sit and play? Then they had a burglary, and they thought I was involved because I was the new one there. They interrogated me and remained suspicious until they finally found who actually did it. I didn't like what they had me doing because all I did was menial task and I didn't like what had happened. So again, I went and got another job. Me quitting all these jobs didn't go down at all well with my parents. They would both have a go at me. When are you going to get a proper job instead of this playing the guitar thing? After working at Yardley's, I got the welding job that cost me my fingers, and after my hand healed, I got a job at B&D Typewriters. They taught me to drive, and they gave me a van. I had to wear a suit and go to offices and service the typewriters on the spot. When I repaired stuff, there'd be screws everywhere. Where's the screws for this, and where's that bit? Oh no, little screws from here and there. Oh my God. But I really liked it because I met a lot of girls that way. As long as I was repairing their typewriters, they couldn't work and they'd be chatting away, so I had no option but to chat them up. That actually backfired on me because girls were phoning our office saying their typewriter had broken again. So the governor would say, "You were only there a couple days ago. I thought you repaired it." I did. Well, they want you back because there's something not working on it, so get over there. I'd find out there was nothing wrong with the typewriters, but because I had been chatting them up, these girls thought I was going to ask them out. It was fun. It ended because I was getting too many gigs with the rest and came in late too often, so it was not working out anymore. And after that, I never had another job. Well, that's the end of Chapter 9, so let's transition to Chapter 10. Chapter 10 is called How 3 Angels Saved Heavy Metal. After I passed my driving test, I bought an MGB sports car. I was 18 or 19. I was working and I paid so much toward it every week. My mother never wanted me to have it because I was a bit frantic in that thing, and I actually had a serious accident in it. Driving along a dual carriageway, I overtook this other car. I looked over and it was a girl driving, and suddenly, bang! I'd driven over something and 2 tires went and it pulled me straight off the road. I went flying over into some trees and saw the wings coming off the car as I was sitting there. As I remember it, it all happened in slow motion. It sounds mad, but I saw 3 figures come down, 1 to the left and 2 to the right, like angels, and I thought, this is it. I hit a tree, the car flipped over, and I was knocked out. When I came to, I smelled petrol, and I thought, I hope it doesn't blow up. It was a convertible, and it had no roll bars. It was upside down, but I managed to get out because I had landed in soft earth. It was a big drop, and I scrambled up to the road. I had concussion, and I didn't know what was going on. Some guy picked me up, and apparently I was ranting to him, "Don't tell my parents! Don't tell them!" The next thing I knew, my mom was screaming at me in my hospital bed. "You barmy! Fancy doing that? You should have never bought that car. Bloody hell. Everybody who saw the car said, you should have been killed. They brought the wreck to my house on a trailer. Mom saw it and just burst out crying. Even the people who towed it said, how the did you get out? I said, I don't know. I should have been killed, but all I had was concussion. I was bruised a bit, but nothing very serious. Seeing those three figures, it was so vivid. It made me think, Christ, I've been saved here, and saved for a purpose, to do something. Someone once suggested it was to invent heavy metal. What a great purpose. The angels must have said to each other, oops, that went wrong. It took me a while to get back into a car after that, but I had to drive the band's transit van, so I didn't have all that much time to get over it, and I did have sports cars again later. But I don't look at women now when I overtake them. Well, that's the end of Chapter 10. Let me know what you thought of both chapters in the comments below. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to my supporters on Patreon, Matt and Stacy from Canada. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Till then, rock on.